Hey everybody, it's Steve, and today I just want to talk about mobile payments. We're going to compare Apple Pay and Google Wallet. So the real question is, which one is better? And let me just say, they're both, I enjoy using both. They're both really, really good. But bottom line, and I'm going to get into it why, Apple Pay is the clear winner. It's just the better system to use for mobile payments. Now, you all know Google Wallet's been out for a while, 3 years, 2, 3, 4 years, whatever. I think 3 years. And, it works. It works pretty well. Okay? But the problem is Apple Pay kills it. Now, let's just get into why. Today I went to the store, I went to Radio Shack to get some stuff. And now both phones, have a debit card and a credit card on them. Okay? So here's what I did is I got 2 items, and first I tried paying for one item with using my Galaxy Note 4 with Google Wallet. Now, situation's the same. Both phones had been in my pocket. Both phones' screens were off. Phones were not awake. They had been in there probably 15, 20 minutes till I got to the store. So they were both off. So both off and asleep. So first thing is, so I go to pay for the first item using my Galaxy Note 4. So I tap it to the reader, and it just doesn't do anything. So I was like, all right. So it just didn't do anything on the terminal. So I had to wake it up, but then waking it up, all it does is starts beeping. So the cashier can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. So finally we came to figure out is, at that point, Google Wallet wanted my safety pin put in. So, okay, so I did that, entered the pin, and then it took the transaction. Then I went ahead and I got that all taken care of, and got another item, and I purchased it using Apple Pay. And so, same situation, phone was off, excuse me, phone was off, and they ring up what I wanted, I tap it. Now, I didn't do anything, I just tapped it to the card reader. The phone on its own, woke up, and it showed me the card I was going to use, and said, prompt me for the fingerprint for the security read. And I was done. Perfect, no problem. So then I said, all right, you know what? That was the one time, let me be fair, and I'll do it again. So I went and got 2 more items. And again, I tried paying with the Note 4. But now here's the interesting thing. This time, the phone, I turned it off. So I turned it off, tapped it, it did the little weird buzzing thing, then I turned it back on. Okay, there we go with the fingerprint. But anyway, turned it back on, and here's the funny, little bit disturbing thing. It just automatically took the payment. Didn't ask for a PIN. I'm like, that's weird. And then I remembered that there is a PIN timeout. I think it's like 15 minutes, half an hour, a day, or you could have no PIN timeout. Meaning that as long as the phone is awake, you can do a tap and pay. Now that sounds really good and convenient and everything, but the really huge problem with that is that if someone snags this phone out of your hand and goes away with it really quick, they can go somewhere else and use the phone to buy something. Before you have a chance to, have the phone cleared, shut down, have Google Wallet shut down. And yes, I know, Google Wallet will reimburse you for the fraudulent purchases. I understand that. But the point is, the point is this: it's the aggravation of having it happen, and that's a big oversight and security. And the other problem I have with Google Wallet is they record all your transactions. Now, I don't think there's anything nefarious or they're going to do anything bad with that information, but we all know Google, their main source of income is through advertising, the selling of it, and buying it and to resell it. They're just mainly, that's their thing, is advertising. That's how they make a huge portion of their money. So they're going to take everything that you buy and everything, the stores you go to, and target you with advertising, because why else would they do it? So let's be real, that's why they do it. So, Google Wallet is good, and it's nice to use, but it can't hold a candle to Apple Pay. Apple Pay, the 2 times I used it today at the same store, within a few minutes, every time. Now the phone, whether it's asleep or awake, is going to prompt you for your security, which is your fingerprint. Now, what does that mean compared to the Google Wallet? That if someone comes and snatches this phone out of my hands, they can run to another store, but unless they have my fingerprint, they can't buy anything. Okay? So that is, that's really amazing that Apple did that. I mean, that was coming with a product that works and is practical and is just extremely well done, very well engineered. Another thing to consider is Apple does not store your purchases, what you bought, where you bought, why you bought, or anything like that. Totally anonymous. They're not going to target you with advertising. They're not going to turn around and try to sell it, because that's not their thing. So you would say, okay, why are they offering Apple Pay if they're not going to sell what you buy? They're offering it for this because they want you to buy the iPhone 6s that have the fingerprint scanner built in. So they want you to use Apple Pay, so they'll sell the devices. That's how they make the money. People buy the devices. People are going to buy the apps. That's how they're going to make the money. Okay? And, realistically, that's the best way to do it. Your information is safe. You're not going to be targeted by ads. It's just a much better system that Apple came up with. Now, the only thing that they have in common that is a very good idea is they both use, best way I could put it is a false credit card number. Meaning, for example, say you enter your Visa credit card into both of these phones, your identical Visa credit card into both these phones. Well, both, when you pay at the terminal, are going to give out a false credit card number, meaning a fake one, a one-time number. So, meaning that if a thief is able to intercept that number, it doesn't do them any good because it's just a one-time number and that's it. It's, it's trash after that. It's nothing. But ultimately, the clear winner in the mobile payment war is Apple. Like I said, this Note 4 does it really, really well. Very well. Google Wallet is a very good system. The problem, though, is it's not as well thought out and well executed as Apple Pay. Because you have the fact that they're not recording what you're buying. You remain anonymous. You're not going to be targeted by advertising. The security is better because every single time you make a purchase, every single time, you're going to be required to use your fingerprint ID. This is totally dependent on time and whether or not you have your PIN set, and that's a pretty weak system. And we have to be real again. Like I said, 3 years, Google Wallet's been out. This has been out for what? Going on 2-3 months. This is going to be the future of mobile payments. And yes, the power of this will what's the saying? Will raise the tide that will lift the boat that is Google Wallet. But it will still remain a minor player next to Apple Pay. So the winner in mobile payments, for all those reasons, is Apple Pay. And ostensibly, the iPhone 6, which is awesome fingerprint scanner for security. So that's that. Okay, thanks for watching.